Hello, welcome to this quick tutorial. This tutorial is a follow-on from the last one where we installed WAMP and we got a WordPress site up and running. If you haven't seen that one, I advise you if you're a beginner to look at that, and we can follow on from that. You'll know where all the files and all the folders are. So we arrived at our dashboard. We're at localhost rabbit, as you may well remember. So I just thought I'd show you that. So we can come out of that for now, and let's just have a quick overview on where we were. We've got everything in C drive, in WAMP, www, and rabbit, and there are all our files. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Dreamweaver. Incidentally, I'm using Dreamweaver CS5.5. If you're using 5.5 or 6, all the examples will be the same across the board. There's been some great improvements since CS4 for dynamically related files. So let's go ahead and get up and running and get everything into Dreamweaver. So the first thing we need to do is we'll go up to site and we'll create a new site. As you can see from here, there's we've done away with a lot of the rubbish from CS4, and we've got a very simplified startup here. So for the site name, we'll just call it Rabbit. This is just for your Dreamweaver location that will be down here. It will show you where it is. Now the local site folder, we need to browse, and we need to go into our WAMP, into www, into the rabbit folder, and select. Okay, so we've got that. The next setting down, we'll go into the servers, and we'll add a server. And incidentally, here we can you can add as many servers. We'll call this a testing server. We'll just call it testing. The connection that we're going to use is going to be local, because we're working locally. Remember, we've installed WAMP, so everything's being done locally. And the server folder is going to be the same. So it's already selected that, but you know, let's just do it. Let's just go in there. WAMP. Oops, sorry. Yes, WAMP www rabbit and select. Okay, so we've selected that folder. The web URL is going to be the address that we use in the vault while we're working in Dreamweaver. And as you know, if we go up, all we're looking for is localhost /rabbit. So we could just highlight that, copy, and paste. We don't need that. Okay. Then that was in the basic tab. Now we need to go over to the advanced tab, and on the testing server, the server model, we want PHP MySQL. Okay, that's that section, and then we save that. Now we're back to this screen. What we need to do is automatically says that it's going to be a remote, but we don't want remote, so we'll tick remote and click on testing. And obviously now we could add as many server models as we want here. Whether we want remote servers or testing servers, we can edit them, etc. So okay, let's save that. And as you can see, it's updating the site cache. It'll only take a few seconds. And there we have it. We've got everything, the whole site in Dreamweaver. So if we go into and click on index PHP, now it might look very odd. We've got it split, we've got it code, we've got design, nothing there. We can put it back into split. It's pulling the PHP file and it's running through some of the very basic PHP data. So what we need to do is if we go into live view, it will start to load, and there we have it, the full working site. Now you can see your PHP up here, you can see your style CSS up here, which you can change and have a look at. Now this was as far as you could go with the source code in CS4. Now we've got all the dynamic related files in CS5 and onwards. We can pick up a lot more. So as you can see, this page may have dynamically rated files that can only be discovered by the server. So what we need to do is discover. Okay, click yes, and we have got an error. Now, I've done this deliberately because this is one of the biggest hiccups that people they just seem to get it wrong. So what I'm going to do is we're in our dashboard of our local site on the internet, and what we did, if you remember in the last tutorial, the only thing that we touched when we came into WordPress is we went to settings, we went to permalinks, and we changed them to the post name, because we don't want our pages coming up as rabbit, say about us, frequently asked questions, contact us. We don't want this code, we want it to come up as whatever we call that page about us. So we changed it to post name. For some reason it does not work. So what we have to do is we have to switch this back to default. Save our changes. Back into Dreamweaver. And then retry. Okay, that's worked. Now you can see we've got the whole site, everything, all the way along, all the PHP files, CSS files, and you can see we can scroll. And we can click there, we can look down, we've got the styles, the whole lot. We can scroll through left to right and scroll back. We can pick whatever file we want. We can look at the code. We can go into design view, split view. We'll stay in split view. So there we have that. What I'd like to look at now is filtering of all these files. Obviously, you don't want to be scrolling and having to go all the way through all these files all the time. So this little button here, filter related files, if we click on that, we can dispose of, say, XML and CSS, and all we've got are pure PHP files, and vice versa. We could do CSS only, and we've just got the CSS. Now, as you can see, we've still got this here because we're actually opening this document in it. If I click on style CSS, that's now gone because that was already open. So let's go back and then show all file types again. Okay, so that's that section. Another error that can actually come up is if we go into MySQL and go into PHP and the settings, I'm going to slowly scroll down here so that you can you can pause it if you like, but make sure that all these that I've got ticked are ticked. Okay, especially these two down here. Check that they're working. Okay, So that's the PHP. Apache module, the same applies to the Apache module, rewrite module. Okay, just make a note of these. Pause the video if you need to. Scroll up. Okay. And just double check, because some of these can cause you some errors. So just check that they're all the same. This is if you do have a problem. As you know, this is sort of a last resort for you. Okay, so now we have all these at the top, and we can flick through them all, and we can start playing around to our heart's content. Okay, so we've looked through that section. So what we can also do is, with the address bar, we can type anything we want in here now. If we want to, we could go to Google, and Google will come up, because we're connected, so we can go back. We can use it exactly the same as we've been doing it. Okay, so we can scroll down, we can go back. Now, another thing that we can do is, with all the links, if we just scroll, let's just go into design view, full design view. We can follow the links, so we can, for errors as such. Now, on Mr. WordPress there, let's have a look at the archives. If we click on that, nothing happens, although it is, but we don't see it. So what we need to do is come up here, and we can follow link. So that's just control and click. Now control, click, and it's gone to that page. Okay, or let's go back, and we can also, if we want to, we could follow links continuously. So if we click that on, let's go to uncategorized. Now you can see it's come up with cat 1. Recent posts, let's go to hello world. It's come up with P1 because that's the page of hello world. So there we have it. So please do join us for a lot more. This is just to get you up and running. So we'll see you in future tutorials. Please do subscribe. We will be putting a lot more videos up over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Quite a lot, we hope. So please join us. Okay, thank you very much.